king when it comes to branding. Build your brand, don't make it bland. Take the first step, show them why your brand. Your branding is with you, everything you say and do. Sharing your heart is true, will bring customers to you. Build your brand, don't make it bland. Take a first step, show them why your brand. How do we spell heart? Your humanity builds empathy, gives authenticity. Your relatable story shows you're trustworthy, that shows your heart. Build your brand, don't make it bland. Take the first step, show them why your brand. Have the courage to be real, don't let your fears steal. Power of your view, honesty's the best deal. Build your brand, don't make it bland. Take the first step, show them why your brand. When you show your heart, that's when loyalty starts. It will set your brand apart. No one can replace your heart.
I didn't want you to walk away, but I won't force you to stay. I never want you to regret the day we met, and so I won't betray the trust we built, so I'll just say, no matter where you run, no matter where you hide, no matter what you've done, my love for you will still abide. You remain my only one. I'll keep a place for you by my side. Whenever you need me, I'll be around. No matter how far, wherever you're found, my love will be waiting, safe and sound. You've nothing to fear, I won't keep you bound. My love's a strong foundation, built on solid ground. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, no matter what you've done, my love for you will still abide. You remain my only one. I'll keep a place for you by my side. I want you to be happy, even if it isn't with me. I want you to be happy, so I'll set you free. I want you to be happy. One day I hope you'll see, real love needs no lock and key. I want you to be happy. It isn't love if you are free. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, no matter what you've done, my love for you will still abide. You remain my only one. I'll keep a place for you by my side. I don't want you to walk away, but I won't force you to stay. I'd rather you be happy, I'd rather you be free, even if it's without me. Needs no lock and key. I want you to be happy. It isn't love if you aren't free. rather you be free, even if it's without me.
Feels like I'm living in a country song, with everything in life going wrong. Been down and out for far too long. Feels like I'm living in a country song. I thought I'd dance my last with poverty. I'd finally made it out and broken free. Now a pile of debts is staring back at me. Try paying with IOUs from friends and family. Feels like I'm living in a country song, with everything in life going wrong. Been down and out for far too long. Feels like I'm living in a country song. I'm losing my home, family's moving soon. I've got 3 weeks till the 1st of June. No idea where I'm gonna find a room. Credit's trash, the bill collector's suing. Feels like I'm living in a country song, and everything in life going wrong. Been down and out for far too long. Feels like I'm living in a country song. Looks like every door is closing in my face. I'm a one-legged man in a butt-kicking race. Lord, I could use some grace. It's gonna take a miracle to find a place. It's gonna take a miracle to find a place. Feels like I'm living in a country song, with everything in life going wrong. Been down and out for far too long. Feels like I'm living in a country song. I know when destruction comes our way, it's clearing out what doesn't need to stay. There's always gonna be a delay between when we receive and when we pray. But Lord, I just got to say, feels like I'm living in a country song, with everything in life going wrong. Been down and out for far too long. Feels like I'm living in a country song. Lord, if this is you preparing ground, please show me there's hope to be found. I'm praying someday my life will rebound. Until then, keep me safe and sound. Feels like I'm living in a country song, with everything in life going wrong. Been down and out for far too long. Feels like I'm living in a country song.
set your dreams free. Step out and take the risk. You must go big or go home.
Put that down. It's time to get started. We are ready to rock. And we have sketched out the Technosavior figure, and it is time to put flesh literally on those bones and start bringing him to life. Woohoo! So, I like to start with faces. So I'm going to start with the head and work my way down. But yeah, it's actually been a pretty good day for me. I did wake up earlier than I usually would, but I'm actually working on improving, giving myself more of a structured schedule to my day. So I'm not upset at all in the least with how I woke up. It gave me a nice quiet start to the day. Woke up basically at 5:30 or 4:30 in the morning. Had so much done by the time we had to pick up Mia. It was not even funny. Hey, Jeff. Good evening to ya. Glad to see you, man. Always appreciate people stopping in and hanging out and chilling with me. Because that's what this is. We're just chilling and drawing. I often have a lot of work that I should be doing or need to be doing. And so this stream is kind of my chance to put aside everything else and focus on one of my real loves, which is art. But life tends to keep me a little bit busy, so I don't often get time to devote to art the way I'd like to. And this gives me an excuse to do just that. And hopefully provide some entertainment value for you as well. And maybe some ideas of what you can do in your own artwork. And if you have ideas for, we're coming close to the end of this particular project. If you have ideas for a project that you would like to see me work on, once we're done with this one, you know, you can pop those in the chat. I'm always open to ideas and suggestions, feedback. Now this guy is something you will learn about him. This Technosavior is literally a cyborg, so we're going to divide his face to kind of show that. Oh, no worries about the popping in and out. I don't expect full devotion to my streams. You guys don't owe me anything. It ain't like I paid you to be here. I appreciate you being here, don't get me wrong. But I also don't take for granted that you guys are strictly here and have all the time in the world to devote to me, because I know you guys have lives apart from me. Shocker. I'll bring him down a little bit. I work for beer. Well, if I had some to send your way, I would do that. WTF? It was quite loud. Yes, it did, because it was very loud. Not sure what that was or where it was coming from, but, you know, that was quite loud. Beer is cheaper than scotch. I'll agree with you there. But sometimes it's not cheaper than vodka, you know. We'll say that much. Sometimes you can get a decent vodka. I say decent by, I mean, drinkable and won't peel the paint off the walls for about $10. You hardly consume alcohol, Malachi? Well, that's good. I consume it every now and then. Tonight was one of those nights. Smoke weed. Uh, yeah, no. I am not going to do a psychedelic. That is not in my wheelhouse, sir. Alcohol, I don't mind too much, but I do have a hard pass on things like weed. I understand some people like it, and some people will celebrate it, and I don't. But I don't think less of those who do it. It's not for me. Ooh, yeah. Jet black, there we go. I anybody's judge, jury, or executioner, so it's not up to me what you do with your life, but I know what I don't want to do with mine. Perfectly perfect in every way. Except for the fact that he's not human. You know, minor details. Minor flaws. Let's see. You have half a bottle left to toast with Ubi tonight if he sees fit. Oh, that sound was the speaker back there playing around with pairing it. Well, you were certainly playing, and it was definitely something I heard. And yeah, that speaker is pretty loud. Pretty loud. Just thinking I should get the Tonex one set up and take it, the speaker and a guitar outside. Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea. Testing out a portable gig. I mean, we do manage to get a little funds coming through and maybe take a trip. We can conceivably do some. Is that thing? No, it's not. Of course, it's not. Every once in a while, for some reason, it loses traction. All right. And you have to steer it back in. You know that you have a full stack of two 4x12 cabinets and a Randall RX solid state amplifier, and you never put the volume past a third of the way. Well, your neighbors are probably grateful for that. But it does seem kind of a waste of firepower, so to speak. Funny thing about scripture, every time that somebody's described as particularly beautiful, you know that they're going to be trouble for everybody else. And this dude, well, at least half of him anyway, the visible half is technically beautiful, but so much bad news. Yep. Next summer you're gonna drag both 4x12 cabinets and the amplifier to the local park gazebo and blast that amplifier. That will be an interesting day, Malachi. I'll tell you one thing. Drums carry. You may be able to lose the sound for the rest of the instruments, but if there's a drum anywhere near, you'll hear that thing for miles. We had some locals who were tribal drummers in Elko, and man, when they brought their drum kits, their drums to the Elko County's Art in the Park, you could hear them everywhere in town. It was like there was no mistaking when they were playing. It was something. It is the power of drums. The sound they make does carry. Not quite like any other instrument. You had to put sound treatment panels all over your bedroom studio because it's so darn loud. But you can still hear that boom a half a block away. Yes. Yes, it is true. Drums are an instrument that it is difficult to be quiet about playing. I'm not saying it can't be done, but much more difficult to stifle the sound of a drum. Now, the inside of your bedroom studio is like a bass tube, especially if you keep the door open. I bet. You're grateful for a neighbor who doesn't give a crap about how loud you're practicing. Yeah, and it's good that you practice being a good neighbor by trying not to be too loud with it. I mean, being a drum player's got to be difficult. It's like kind of like being a blacksmith in some ways, in that you got to find a appropriate place, restrict your times, make sure that you're not being obnoxious to the neighbors nearby. She's not home when you practice guitars and drums anyway. Well, that probably helps. I mean, it's hard to get complaints when nobody's there to hear it. I did not do what I normally do and put everything on different layers this time. I'll probably go back in and separate them just for easier manipulation. I was recognizing that the hair probably should be on its own layer, so it sits literally above the hairline. But I was being a tad lazy today, and I did not do that. You miss training others in MMA since the pandemic and the MMA school shut down. You set up a part of the basement workshop for MMA training so you can stay in shape. Yeah. It's definitely a challenge. You know, the world changed quite a bit with COVID, and the things that we were all doing in life prior to that, well, kind of came to a screeching halt in many cases. And maybe you get them back and maybe you don't. Prior to COVID's hit, I was working as a copywriter, doing copywriting for several big name Silicon Valley startups, and doing quite well at it. But you know what? I'm not sorry that things went the way they did. I learned a lot doing it, a lot that I plan to put to work for myself and for other people's benefit, and gained a priceless set of knowledge that I can use, you know, whenever I get off my laziness and put it to work for me. But yeah, I was quite good at it. Made them several $1 million which they were happy about until we had an account manager who ended up going over budget by, oh, I don't know, $500,000. No, it was $50,000, not $500,000. Still, $100,000 is a lot of money to go over budget. And it ended up killing our contract. Understandably so. And then it was difficult to get back into the field as having come from being an independent, and ended up floundering for a little bit trying to find my way after that, but it's all good. It's about learning. The owner of the school sold it and moved on to other things. There was no place to train. Well, it's a shame you couldn't pick it up where he left off. Now the question is our Technosavior a bearded guy or not? And I am thinking the answer is not. But there are some things that I think maybe so. You know what? We're going to give him a beard. If I don't like it, I can always take it off of him later. That's the beauty of creative arts. You can change whatever you like. You don't have to be stuck with it just because you did it. That was the way you used to contribute to the city, was to teach and coach others. Well, that's cool. You know, maybe you could get back to doing that, Malachi. I mean, I'm sure he's not the only person in the world who's got a MMA school or anything. Maybe even you could offer community classes or whatever. See if you could get a local gym to work with you. Might be a good idea. Give you an outlet and them a way to bring in people that otherwise might not come into the gym. And it sounds like it's something you really enjoy, so be right in line with what you like. Wonder if you could partner with a local gym to offer it. You wouldn't necessarily have to rent it. The gym might actually be willing to offer you the space for free, or, you know, split the proceeds with you, because it brings people in the doors. I used to work in marketing for a Fortune 500 company. Trust me when I say that they are always looking for things to offer people that will bring them in the doors. And anybody who can offer them something that they don't have to pay for up front to get is likely to get listened to, especially if that person has a proven track record of delivering results. Because that's what companies really care about. And the bottom line is, am I going to get the results I paid for? And if you can deliver people to their door and they don't really have to pay anything, just offer you space, well, that's a win-win for them and for you. It's actually how Randy and I got office space. Back when we lived in Elko, there was an art club that I was a member of, and we had a gallery, and they needed sitters for that gallery, and nobody else had the availability. So we would just sit up front and monitor, and we got a free office space out of it in return. They got the benefit of not having to pay a receptionist so that they could keep the art gallery open longer and get more people in there. And we got the benefit of free office space. I mean, I say free, but we were really paying for it with our labor. But still, the point is, you never know what deals you might be able to strike with people if you're willing to talk to them and make it something that makes sense for both of you. Yeah, you had all of that set up. Yeah, that really kind of stinks when you have to move. I mean, there were a lot of things going on when we moved from Dallas to Des Moines here. Things that were on the horizon that I could have made work for me. But you know what? My granddaughter's here, and she is no doubt, hands down, my priority. So, as long as that's the case, we'll be living here. You have to make sure everyone signs liability clauses and paperwork saying they will not sue if they're going to get hurt. Well, that is absolutely true. That is the kind of business where you would definitely need those kind of liability waivers. And, you know, honestly, if you did work up with a gym, that's something they would probably likely help you set up. Because they would have to protect their assets too, just to make sure that nothing came back on them. But, you know, if you're open to that, I would definitely check into it. It's worth at least a couple of phone calls and a few questions. I mean, heck, with your story of having recovered from a serious neck injury, you know, and MMA being part of your journey, you might be able to get some news outlets to do some interviews with you about that and how you did it, came back from it. It's kind of one of those, they like these human interest stories is what they call them. Yeah, local schools might not. It just depends on. But another thing is the Parks and Recs department. Sometimes they're willing to do what schools won't. It's always worth checking into. No guarantees that it would happen. No guarantees that anyone would bite. But you will never know what you could have had if you don't at least give it a shot. And I am a big believer in at least giving things a try. But, like I said, it's entirely up to you what you do with it. The other thing you might check into is like youth services programs. Sometimes they're interested, like the Boys and Girls Club might be. Some of the church youth groups might be willing. And some of them might have gym access. I don't know. Just various thoughts. Could be totally off base, could be nothing would have worked out that I've suggested. But doesn't hurt to toss ideas around. It's possible, Malachi. You're possibly correct that the teaching and days of that are over and past you, and maybe it is time to hang it up and kind of just keep going with your drum covers and keep going with the direction you're headed now. I will say that's one possibility. For sure. Kind of want this more gray. True, Jeff. You do miss 100% of the shots you don't take. See if I can find a more gray. There was a good one back there. Oh, nice. You know, things like that where you're doing it as a family is cool. Kind of helps cement you together. Gives you something in common. My sister-in-law, Ubi's older sister, and her family did racing, stock car racing for years. Don't know if they still do it, but it was a huge part of their family. And Randy's family, when he was growing up, they were all bowlers. Randy, I say, and Ubi is who you would know him as. That is not a bad idea at all, Timothy. And one way you could kind of kick off your doing drum lessons, Malachi, and maybe even grow your channel is to do videos where you kind of teach people the basics of drumming. And then offer, you know, if you want more private lessons, come see me. Your guitar channel also, your guitar channel, your YouTube channel also helps demonstrate the kind of music you're capable of playing and gives people reason to pick you over somebody else. So, just things to consider. Sometimes when people aren't kind to you, Malachi, you gotta be kind to them because you don't want to let them change who you are. That's my philosophy. Don't let other people change who I want to be, is my philosophy. What are we doing live? Oh, you're gonna do your stream live? Well, I thought that was always the way it was done. Yeah, okay. Cool story, bro. He's so silly. You have to plug the phone in before this. Yeah, Ubi stream comes in. That's cool. I understand that.
Sound a lot better if you don't.
Ha 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 ha, he says. He'll sound a lot better if we don't. That's funny. Not really, but you know, hey. We gotta give him a little credit for trying for humor. Yep, that's my goal too. Just to be a little bit better today than I was yesterday. And believe me, I fail so often it's not even funny to be the person that I would like to be. But I know that I've improved. I can see those improvements over the years. And that's kind of what gives me hope to keep going, even when I feel like, I just really am not where I want to be at all. Is the knowledge that just trying to be better already makes me a little bit better. We don't always succeed in our aims. We don't always hit the goals we have or the targets we want to hit. But just the trying can make you better. Like this whole art stream, for instance, doing this every week, 100% has made me better. I've tried out things I've never done before. I've exceeded my own expectations on a regular basis. Does it take me longer than it might take somebody who's already really good? Probably. But I'm happy with what I'm producing, and that's kind of the important thing. If I'm not happy with it, I shouldn't expect anybody else to be. And even if nobody else is happy with it, if I am happy with it, it has done its work. All right. Malachi, what's the next drum track you're dropping? Tell us a little bit about that, sir. We got about 10 minutes before we're going to wrap up here for this week. And I would like to know what you got going on. No, actually, I find doing the drawing during streaming quite relaxing. Like I said, it's really just about chilling with you guys while I'm doing the art. It's not like I'm performing for you. I'm more like doing this and enjoying your company at the same time. So my focus isn't necessarily on what you think of my art. It's more like let's hang out and chill while I get to do something that I don't get to do a lot of during the regular course of my day. I didn't like the way that I was. It's disproportionate to the other one, so I'm going to adjust a little bit. That's the nice thing. I can. But yeah, so it doesn't really make me anxious. Now, if you guys were in chat, like, constantly tearing it down, maybe, I don't know how I'd feel about that. But it's really just giving you guys something cool to watch, maybe, while you sit here and chat with me and hang out, and I get to do something I don't have a lot of time for during the ordinary course of my day. That I miss. I do miss art when I'm not doing it. So it's nice to be able to get back into it. Now for those perfect white teeth, because of course, you know, perfection. It's like most people take perfection in something as a mark of its goodness, of its quality, of its worthiness to be. But sometimes I find myself quite skeptical of perfection. Anything that looks a little too perfect raises eyebrows with me. This guy definitely has that too perfect quality to him. Or at least I hope so. But anyway, yeah, hope that answers your question. You're going to drop the drum covers or Suicide Blonde by INXS. Nice. That's cool. To check that out. Another Brittany Fox song, Long Way to Heart, as well as Sometimes This Week. Cool. To make sure I check those out. I really got to catch up with my... Now, we'll use blue. That blue-gray. It ran away on me. Yep, we got about 3 more minutes. So. And y'all are always welcome to ask me questions or just if you want to learn something about what I do, if you find a technique I used kind of interesting and you would like to know how I did that, just ask. I'm always happy to share. The old 90s, 80s and early 90s hair metal and heavy metal bands. Yeah, that's kind of it's kind of Ubi's sweet spot too. It's not that there aren't other good stuff for him, but definitely got that favorite going on. And I can understand why. It was a good era for hair metal. I've always been more of a pop rock girl myself, but I can appreciate heavy metal and I can appreciate hair metal. I actually am pretty eclectic in my musical tastes. There really isn't a genre that I can't find something I like about it. Even rap, I've found some rap artists that I like. So you just gotta appreciate each thing for what it is. Have I taken classes before? Yes, actually, I have a portion of a degree in graphic design and art. Now, a lot of what I know how to do is mostly home taught, like me learning techniques and picking up things. But I did get about 30 credits worth of a graphic design degree completed. And I also took classes in game art and design. My initial interest in it was to become a game artist, actually. It's one of the reasons why I went to school. And I think I told that story one night, but maybe not. But yeah. All right. We've made progress, ladies and jelly beans. And it is now time for me to call this stream to a close so that we can prep up for Ubi's stream. Thank you guys for stopping in and watching. Thank you guys for being here with me. I do have my writing and chatting stream that happens on Saturdays, and that link is already up and live. So if you want to get the notification of when it'll be active, you go ahead and click that notification icon. And our Technosavior is coming to life, slowly but surely. You know, I'm liking the artwork on this, so it's looking pretty good. Thanks, guys, for watching and for being with me. Woohoo! Yes, I do have ambitions. Many of them, Malachi, many of them. I am probably one of the most persistent persons you will ever meet in terms of when it comes to what I want in life. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will see you in Ubi's stream in about 15 minutes.